Andrei, Kenshin, and Tepace, and I'm going to discuss the effective waste management at home, school, and the community. First and foremost, what do we understand about waste management? What are the benefits we can get from it? And how to do it? Waste management are the activities and actions required to manage waste from its inception to its disposal. This includes the collection, transport, treatment, and disposal of waste together with monitoring and regulation of the waste management process. Then what is its purpose? Waste management is an important element of environmental protection. Its purpose is to prevent the environment from being a reservoir and vehicle for the spread of microorganisms, to guide the handling of contaminated solid and liquid waste material, and to provide hygienic, efficient, and economic solid waste storage, collection, transportation, and treatment or disposal of waste without polluting the atmosphere, soil, or water system. Then what are the proper ways of doing or implementing waste management? It should start at home. At home, we must practice a proper waste management. How to do that? It is simply segregation and the 3 R's. Let's discuss about segregation. What is segregation? It is basically keeping wet and dry waste separately so that the dry can be recycled and the wet can be composted. Using trash bins for biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste is a way of segregation. Another way of waste management at home is what you call 3 R's, or reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce means lessening the amount of trash produced. Reuse is using materials repeatedly, and recycle is using the same materials to make new products. Here are some examples of reducing solid waste. First is choosing reusable straw and refrain from using plastic cutleries, and instead of using plastic bag whenever we go to market or grocery stores, let us use eco bags. To reuse some materials that we are about to throw, we can instead use it again for something useful like plastic bottles. We can use it as a plant pot. The powdered milk can, we can use it as a coin bank, or used bottles, we can make it as lantern. And lastly, recycling. We can use plastic straw to make it as a desk lamp, soda can to make a Christmas tree, or old newspapers to make a paper bag. Now let's go to school. Schools, like many other institutions, create waste on a day-to-day basis. From food packaging to used papers, educating young people requires a lot of resources. Schools carry the responsibility of reducing and recycling waste and educating young people about how to be eco-conscious citizens who understood their roles as custodians of the environment. Same as what we do at home, segregation and application of 3 R's should be done as well at school. All we have to do is to identify the common types of waste that the school produce and how to promote proper waste management. Here are some of the common types of school waste. Paper, from textbooks, workbooks, printed and photocopied papers. Food waste from pupils' lunch boxes and lunch provided by the school canteen. Packaging, like food and new school supply packaging. And general waste from rubbish bins around the school. Here are the ways to comprehensive and effective waste management. First, we have to educate the pupils to segregate their waste and properly throw in the appropriate bins. Serve food on plates rather than in disposable food boxes. Go paperless by communicating with parents. Create a school swap shop where pupils and parents can trade unwanted items. Create a school upcycling club. Next that I'm going to discuss is the effective waste management in the community. Once a community has shared understanding of the problems caused by waste, it can take steps to solve these problems, starting with projects that best meet the community's needs and abilities. Based on the statistics gathered from DENR's Solid Waste Management Division, Rizal has a projected waste generation from year 2020 to 2025 with an overall waste projection of 4,449,021.38 tons of solid waste. As you can see, Antipolo City is the biggest contributor for this waste projection. What do we do now? Something has to change to protect our nature. We must not reach the tons of waste projected. We have to do our part and be responsible in waste management to a healthy community. Here are some of the few ideas to consider in taking community actions for waste management. Coordinate activities with other organizations. Pursue partnership with government. Get involved in education. Communicate with your government. Be a watchdog and notify the media of stories of environmental importance. Let's discuss each ideas for better understanding. First, coordinate activities with other organizations. Work with other organizations and existing local networks to develop a permanent inventory of accidents, transportation routes, and potential problems related to hazardous and nuclear waste, including location, dates, perpetrators, solutions, and outcomes. Pursue partnership with government. Work with LGU to encourage evaluations and environmental impact studies prior to the implementation of any activity that generates waste of any kind. You could also work with LGU to promote separation of waste at home in order to maximize the possibilities of recycling. Encourage your LGU to create comprehensive and effective waste management policies and regulation for the community in accordance to the health standard. Get involved in education. Your community group could organize educational campaigns through social media, schools, or even going door to door to inform the neighborhood to change its values and lifestyle so that urban waste can be reduced. You could promote the 3 R's through educational campaigns aimed at reducing, reusing, and recycling resources to the greatest extent possible. Communicate with your government. If there is a waste problem in your community, express your environmental concerns to local politicians through letters and lobbying. Support legislative initiatives that encourage industry to modify manufacturing processes to eliminate the production of hazardous and toxic waste and to reduce, reuse, and recycle what is produced. Be a watchdog. Alert your LGU to incidents of environmental abuse. If you see a truck dumping garbage illegally into a ditch beside the road, record its license plate number and report it to the local authorities. Find out if there are harmful substances at production sites in your locality. If there are, join with local community members to ask the companies to reduce their use of toxic chemicals and waste production. And lastly, notify the media of stories of environmental importance. Develop a rapport with journalists in your area and let them know of any and all issues you know of concerning abuse of waste. There you have it! I hope each and every one of you could contribute and be responsible in proper waste management to aim for a healthier environment. Tepace.